Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. You know, it's a scary feeling. You're on the road, perhaps on a long trip, and in the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, when is this old car going to die? Well, in today's Car Smarts, Lauren Fix, the car coach, gives us some clues to let you know when your car is on its last leg or last wheel.
Here are some signs your car is about to die. Do you love the car you drive? Or you're just happy you don't have car payments? Or is it a challenge to see how many miles you can get from your current ride? There comes a point when it makes a weird noise and you have to decide if you should continue to fix it or if it's time to ditch it. But how will you know when it's that time? Let's start with the dashboard lights. All the lights on the dashboard are supposed to warn you when something is wrong. The more lights that turn on, the bigger the trouble you're in. So when the oil pressure or the check engine light starts flashing, drive to a repair shop immediately, especially if you see that ugly red check engine light. It's never a good sign. Transmission issues are expensive. So if you notice something weird during acceleration or braking or while you're driving, especially if you get jerking, shuddering, and it's accompanied by some unpleasant odors or maybe some grinding noises, it's likely time to look for a new vehicle or buy a new transmission. Once rust starts, it spreads quickly. Water leaks also tend to do widespread damage in that water sits in hidden spots and causes corrosion. Both problems need to be looked at thoroughly to gauge how much damage has happened. And once you see those bubbles, the rust has begun. And like a cancer, it spreads quickly. So if you're proactive and fix the paint chip before it starts to turn into rust, you can beat the rot. If you have an oil leak, that is never good news because oil is the blood of the engine and it's what lubricates it and keeps it running. So immediate repair of any oil leaks is necessary, especially if you start seeing a puddle, it's only going to get bigger. However, if black fluid is coming out the tailpipe, it could mean that the engine is at its critical stage of its life. Another tip, if you see blue smoke pouring from your tailpipe, that means you're burning oil. If it's white smoke, it means you're evaporating coolant. You can certainly keep adding either fluid to your engine to keep the wheels turning, but failing to do either will result in the smoke starting to billow under the hood, and then it's time for either an expensive fix or a new car. There may come a time when the engine starts making that knocking sound. And you know what that means. It means the camshaft is no longer in sync with the pistons, and the repair is going to be expensive. A practical alternative would be to save money and get a rebuilt motor, or maybe just a newer car. Before spending the big bucks on a big repair, ask yourself, what can I sell the car for while it's running? And can I combine the sales proceeds from that vehicle with the money I was going to spend on the repairs to buy something newer or something more reliable? If you can get $5,000 for your current car that's currently running, even though it needs repair, but the repair would cost $2,000, then you can spend $7,000 on a better vehicle. Lots of people professing to love the inanimate object that is their car, and I am one of those, continue to make payments or repairs they can't afford. That's why I'm telling you this, because sometimes you just have to cut the cord and sell the vehicle. I've had to do that myself, and I wanted to share these tips with you so that you can save money and have car smarts. I'm Lauren Fix, and you can find this information on my website, carcoachreports.com and dailyflashshow.com.